Thank you. So hello everyone from Phoenix, Arizona. So thank you for joining us. It's great to be here in Phoenix for the AT&T WNBA All-Star 2024 in the home of the Mercury. So this is one of the league's original franchises. This is the third time the All-Star Game has been in Phoenix, but my first here for All-Star, and we're glad to be back here again. I would like to thank the City of Phoenix, Matt Ishbia, Josh Bartelstein, the whole crew here at the Phoenix Mercury. Everyone's been working tirelessly to bring this event to life. So last night we once again had a thrilling three-point contest with Alicia Gray making history, winning both the three-point and the skills competition. We gave fans a taste of 3x3 basketball since the U.S. will be trying to defend their inaugural gold medal this year in Paris. The 2024 All-Star Game is a special one, with the USA basketball women's national team facing off against the WNBA All-Stars. We're looking forward to a hard-fought, competitive game that sets the stage for the national team to take home its 8th consecutive gold medal in Paris. So both teams will showcase the incredible talent we have in our league with a great mix of some of the league's brightest young talent and decorated veterans. And the WNBA's commitment to young people, economic empowerment, social impact, youth basketball has been on full display over the last couple of days. We engaged over 5,000 young people across the Phoenix area in collaboration with our WNBA Changemaker partners AT&T, CarMax, Deloitte, Google, Nike, and US Bank. We partnered with the Girl Scouts Arizona Cactus Pine Council to host our first ever WNBA Changemaker Day, where WNBA athletes, volunteers from each of our Changemaker partners, and Girl Scout activities focused on life skills, STEM, and the outdoors, helping to build confidence, encourage creativity, and problem solving. And I was over there, I guess it was 2 days ago now, with Shakira Austin and Sophie Cunningham, and we also held a clinic and workshop for young girls to help them learn the fundamentals of the game and support mental wellness with goal setting. And we partnered with Rise Above to host a basketball clinic with Native American youth focused on developing basketball fundamental and skills. And once again, we held one of my favorite events, a Basketball Without Borders Global Girls Camp, where nearly 40 of the top high school age prospects from 24 countries outside the U.S. traveled here to Phoenix. So these engagements are a local demonstration of the impact of our players, teams, and the league. Not only are the WNBA players the best basketball players in the world, but they also serve as role models, community ambassadors. You've heard me say this many times, symbols of empowerment for people everywhere. And we know girls who play competitive youth sports are more likely to ascend to leadership positions in their careers later in life. Fans, I'm so grateful to the fans here. It's been great. They have had a top-notch experience this week in Phoenix. Walking through WNBA Live as I did yesterday and today, the buzz was unlike anything we've seen at All-Star Weekend. We had a record 24 partners on hand to celebrate. Fans partaked in activations like US Bank's Nothing But Net Worth, I love that pun, having come from the financial world, which educated people on the right financial moves to reach their goals. We had new partners there. La Crema treated fans to wine tasting. There was a pretty long line at that earlier today. And really fun player appearances. So many of our star players over there, and AT&T, Nike, Starry, to name a few others, with just great activations. And I did try my hand in a three-point competition yesterday with my daughter, so it's all in good fun. And this weekend is the culmination of a historic first half of the season. When I stood in front of you at this time last year, I knew we were poised for big things. We were preparing ourselves for big things, but just so thrilled with what we've been able to accomplish over the last year. This influx of interest, leading our league in sustainable growth, continue to chart this new path for women's professional sports. But all that said, to open the season, we have seen our highest attendance in 26 years, repeatedly set viewership records. A lot of our teams are up triple digits in attendance, and we have 16 WNBA games this year that have averaged at least 1 million viewers, the most in any WNBA season in league history, and we're only a little over halfway through the season. Our app active users, we need those young digital native viewers, Our app active users are up 530%. Our DTC League Pass product is up 360% in subscriptions. So again, couldn't be more pleased with the progress that's being made. And one metric I think is particularly telling is All-Star voting, which compared to 2023 was up over 600%. Our fan growth is not just an increase in viewership, but is truly indicative of fan engagement. Our fans are engaged, they care a lot about what's going on with our players in the league. So merch sales just here at WNBA Live, I just got a report before I walked in the room, have already set an all-time record for All-Star merchandise sales. So many are calling us a growth stock. We've welcomed a number of new partners recently in the past year, including La Crema, Opil, Peloton, Skims. Just this week, we welcomed DraftKings as an official sports betting and daily fantasy partner, Bumble as the league's first ever official dating app, and New Balance as an official partner. So, and as all of you know, I know you're always very anxious about expansion. The Golden State Valkyries announced their brand became the league's 13th franchise to start up next year. And in May, we awarded Toronto the 14th franchise, marking the WNBA's first international expansion. So as potential ownership groups clamor for a piece of the W, we expect to have more news on the front in the coming months on expansion, and the goal remains what I said at draft, to have 16 teams by no later than 2028. So importantly, we're using this growth to power initiatives that are improving the player experience. Notably, as a lot of you know, earlier in the early weeks of the season, we expanded our partnership with Delta to implement full charter flights for all 12 teams for every regular season and playoff game. And so we're grateful to Delta's support in this transformative step and look forward to growing our partnership in the future. And as we bring on new fans and new partners, I've met with a lot of brands while I've been here the last few days, we continue to look at a transformed economic model, creating essentially a new paradigm for women's sports. So looking ahead, we're really excited for the players representing the U.S. take home the gold in Paris and for the season to resume. We will also be cheering on, though. We have many other players representing their national teams in the Olympics. So when we come back in mid-August, I anticipate a very fast and furious run to the playoffs